You can start now.
Uh, okay, hello guys. My name is Shaik Baji. So here my session is on unlocking development efficiency with Copilot Studio. So basically, now we're gonna uh, know about the Copilot Studio. Let's discuss some topics of Copilot Studio, like how it works in our life and how can we increase our productivity in our daily life. So in this session, we're gonna see the introduction of Copilot Studio, the understanding of a Copilot Studio, features of Copilot Studio, where we explore some features. Why should we use Copilot Studio in our daily life? So after that, we're gonna know benefits for developers. Uh, Many of the developers nowadays, like uh, they want to do the smart work. So how the copilot is beneficial for developers, we're gonna see that also. And the live demo, copilot studio in action, we're gonna see like uh, how can we use the copilot studio and real world use cases and the best practices in this session, and challenges and limitations also, and the future of AI in development, like what are the future developments in AI we're gonna see, like that. So before starting the session, I want to introduce myself. So my name is Sheikh Baji, and I am from Andhra Pradesh. I am founder of a BBX Hub student community and also a chairperson of ASMSS Special in VR SEC. So coming to the session, so let's see the uh, like what is the Copilot Studio. So what is GitHub Copilot Studio? Wait a second. So here we can see AI powered assistant. So what is AI powered assistant is saying? So GitHub Copilot, wha- uh, nowadays GitHub and Microsoft Dynamic 365 also has a Copilot, and we're gonna also see the we have a browser, right? So we can also see the Copilot everywhere. Now everybody using Copilot. So in how the Copilot is used in as a AI powered assistant. So how we can say AI powered assistant using Copilot is, so Copilot is used for like a code suggestions. If you use VS Code, like so many people are using VS Code for coding. It is one of the IDE platform. So IDE also enabling many of the IDEs enabling Git like Copilot. So GitHub Copilot leverages AI to provide code suggestions. So it provide like a code. If you writing some code, so after some lines you will be confused, like okay, what you have a clear logic, but while writing a code you maybe get some difficulties, like you need some suggestions. So in that time the copilot will give you some suggestions, like what the next code of line you have to write, like. So and complete lines of code, it also give complete lines of code and even generate whole function. Like if you see, if you want to write a Fibonacci series in Java, you will simply write like go to Copilot and some type like give me a programming, write a program uh, on Java for a Fibonacci series. So you can see that Fibonacci series code will be displayed. So like a copilot is like a pre-trained AI, uh, so we can get the whole functions sometimes. So coming to the next one, we have enhanced efficiency. So it assists the developers by automatically repetitive tasks, reducing errors and speeding up development cycles. So how can we say like it assists developers by automating repetitive tasks, while um, we can say, let's take an example. So every time a developer is doing the same task, like report generation and testing the code and debugging, we don't say debugging, like testing any errors is occurred. So like uh, every time if in a regular schedule, So the copilot will be definitely used at that situation, because uh, if we train if we give like step by step to the copilot, like this is the uh, task, and this is the way I'm doing. If you give the pattern how you're doing your task to the copilot, so on the next it will suggest you, or even it will done the it will help you to done the task easily, because the repetitive task they understand, no? So it also, if you getting any errors in something writing code, so sometimes even if we write our own code, sometimes we don't know where the code error came, so we got confused how to debug it. So if you give the snippet, 1 second. Sorry guys, if if you give the code code snippet to the copilot, so it will analyze it, and like a chat gpt also we can say. Okay, so and speeding the development cycles. So next, coming to the copilot studio, this advanced platform expands copilot capabilities, offering a suite of tools and optimizing coding workflow. Yeah, so if you're doing your work on your own, it might take from scratch you will take a lot of time to do something. So copilot provides like a set of tools and optimizing a coding environment where you can easily do your task, rather than by without using you will see a difference. Okay, so coming to the next slide, we have understanding copilot studio. So what is a copilot studio we already see. So let's understand what is the copilot studio. So what is copilot studio? Expanding capabilities. Copilot studio extends the functionality of a GitHub Copilot, offering more advanced features and a deeper integration. So here we can see uh, not only a Copilot Studio is not it will stick to the any IDE. It also nowadays extends its functionality to GitHub also, offering more advanced features and a deeper integration. You can also use uh, like in GitHub also we can use a Copilot. So next one is intelligent suggestions. What is intelligent suggestions? It provides a real-time code suggestions based on the context, code style, and even project requirement. So I think many of us little bit at any time, if we get confusion or if we get any query regarding our project, we just go to chat gpt and tell this is my query, and how can I resolve it, can you give me suggestions on it. So first of all, we done like a chat gpt give also some suggestions, and it gives some its own what do we do next, and what are the suggestions we have asked to ChatGPT. But in Copilot Studio, you can do the project at the same way, and also if you have any query regarding it, you can just access the Copilot which is available next to you. Like you can like a code style, even if you based on the context, what type of project you're doing, if any requirements your project required. So you just ask to the copilot and they give a plan, a menu of code suggestions it give. So if any code snippet is missing, if you believe your coding is your code has something unfinished, the GitHub Copilot will be very useful for you this scenario. And the coding style will be vary from individual to individual, where you uh, train your Copilot like in this way. So this is my coding style. So give me suggestions like code snippets on this project requirements. It will give. So coming to the third one, what is the third one is customization and the tailoring. Developers can customize suggestions, set the preferences, and tailor the platform to their specific coding needs. So as I discussed the last one, As I told you, everybody has a coding style, and it varies from individual to individual. So while using the Copilot Studio, you can customize the suggestions also. So it ask any query, okay, Copilot give you something suggestions. You again you can go to Copilot Studio. If the query satisfied, then all good. So if the query is not, if the suggestions is not satisfied to your query, then you just like uh, what we can say, you go and tell, okay, this is not met my not my requirements, or this is not a satisfactory suggestion you gave. So this wise you can this is how you can customize your suggestions. So you can customize your suggestions, and you can customize your queries according to the project and the requirements. Next you can set a preferences, how you want suggestions, and how, what is the problem and what type of solution you need. So this is how you can use Copilot Studio in your daily life working uh, scenarios. So coming to the slide 5, we can see here we can see the Copilot interface. So this is how the Copilot interface is look. So let me present you, let me share my screen. One second. Um, one second.
Hi,
Hello.
do you want to add it to stage?
Uh, I think I want to share.
Yeah,
Wait a
does
minute.
that work?
Uh, my screen is visible, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
So you able to see the Copilot like a Microsoft interface?
Right now you have just opened the StreamYard interface only.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. So okay, okay, one second. So now my screen is visible, ma'am.
Yeah, now it's visible.
So you're able to see this Copilot Studio.
Yes,
Hello.
yes.
Oh, okay. 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 Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So here we can see. Wait a second. Um, okay. So here we can see the Copilot interface, how it looks. So we can, uh, so let's see a small demo on this topic. So here we can see like a try demo. So for this you need a what we can say. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, but I'm unable to share this slide. So can I
You
share?
can't share both simultaneously.
Oh, I can't. Okay, okay, okay. So okay, ma'am. Wait. So here, guys, you can see by this link, we can see right. Uh, Copilot interface, how it looks. So for this Copilot interface, you have to log in with your institution mail or your working mail. So currently I don't have the both, so I'm not able to access Copilot Studio. So, but I can share with the how we can use the Copilot. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Can I share my screen now? Hello. Okay. Okay. So here we can see after coming to the Microsoft Copilot Studio interface, we can see the Microsoft Copilot Studio. After clicking the try demo, uh, we just navigated through the we just navigate through the Copilot Studio. This is how the interfaces look like. So let's take a small demo. So here you can see the travel and tourism about the India.gov.in portal. Here we can have some details about the Indian traveling, like what are the places and the models to travel. So here the lot of stuff we have. So let's go and copy this URL. Uh, so you just need to copy this URL and just go and paste right here. So wait a second. So here you can see right. So just paste your website URL and just uh, enter and accept. So it takes some time to give you something for you, right? So here you can see right. So we can ask any query regarding this portal. So I'm going to ask like just tell me about.
How do you want me to share the PPT?
Wait no, one second. So here we can see right. So after tell me about this portal, so I gave something link here. So it retrieves some data like the national portal of India provides a single window access like something. So here we can see it gives three references. So one is the modes of travel. So after the clicking it we can directly navigate through uh, the respective windows like a places like a what we can say National Port of India places. So it suggests some places and approve agents. So this is how like a basic or like a demo how it looks. So we can build these types of copilots in using a Copilot Studio. So ma'am, can you share my PPT? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So now we have seen some little demo on this. So let's go to the next slide. What are the top features of a Copilot Studio? Like let's see what are the top features of the Copilot Studio. Here we can see like top three features. Like one is a multi-language support. So Copilot Studio supports a wide range of popular languages, so like a Python, TypeScript, Java, and a JavaScript .NET also. So Copilot is not belong to any respective languages program, any other language program languages. So we can use Copilot for various programming languages uh, as your needs. So AI assistant like you can say the second feature is AI assisted refactoring. So it aids in code cleanup, restructuring, and optimizing code for the reliability and efficiency. So Copilot is also used for restructuring your code. If you want to increase its efficiency and readability and its productivity of your code, you can just use a Copilot for this refactoring. So coming to the third feature, it is a deep ID integration. So Copilot Studio seamlessly integrates with the popular IDEs like Visual Studio Code, providing a smooth and consistent development experience. So as we know, many of us are using Visual Studio for our coding purpose. So we can just Visual Studio provide a Copilot where we can access Copilot for our, like as we discussed in below the before slides, where we can use the Copilot like in your daily life. So we use Copilot Studio like Copilot in our coding like a coding work also. So while using the VS Code, if you while you coding, if you get any queries, or if you're getting any suggestions, if you need any suggestions like this is how my code is working, and if you have any bugs in your errors in your code, you just recommend to the Copilot. So where it is a like a smooth execution and will happen. So coming to the next slide, we have why developers should use the Copilot Studio. So see that why what is the Copilot Studio and where the Copilot Studio is used. So let's see why developers should use Copilot Studio. So first one is increased productivity, as I said. So Copilot Studio is we use for many things. We have many queries while we in any work. We get some like errors, or we get any suggestions. We need some suggestions to do that work smoothly. So here where the Copilot will be requirement factor. So it will increase the productivity. So Copilot Studio significantly reduce the time spent on a repetitive task, allowing developers to focus on more complex problem solving. So as if you're doing the daily work, you are testing or you're doing the same repetitive task, so you don't need to spend a lot of time for every individual task. So you just use the Copilot Studio for this, and you can use this time for the other works like a complex problem solving or any other important works you want to do. So you can invest the time on these tasks. So second one is a reduced errors. So intelligent suggestions minimize the risk of syntax errors and the logical flaws, improving overall code quality. So why should we use a Copilot Studio? As we discussed before, if you're getting any error, if you're getting any bugs, even if you write your own code, sometimes the bugs we can't rectify how it's coming. So by using the Copilot, we simply can rectify what type of errors and what type of bugs we are facing. So by using the Copilot, we simply increase our quality in our code. So by increasing the quality in our code, the errors and the bugs are automatically reduced. So as I said, Copilot Studio is a multi-language support. So even if you're writing your code in Python, Java, JavaScript, anything, any programming language, so this is no, it doesn't matter. So you just go to the Copilot and ask the query what type of error you're getting, and just tell this is my query. It will resolve it. You can give the where and it give the snippet of the code, so where you're doing the wrong thing. So coming to the third point, it is a AI driven language learning. So Copilot Studio helps developers learn new coding techniques and explore different approaches of a problem solving. Yeah. So as we discussed the before, while using the Copilot Studio, if you write a Fibonacci series, so you just ask the like a go to Copilot and just ask write me a code for a Fibonacci series in a XYZ language, like a Java programming language, Python programming language. It will give the code, so you can use that code. So while writing a Fibonacci series, it will be like everybody don't write in the same manner. So everybody has their own logic for Fibonacci series, and everybody has their own style, and the way of writing, the way of putting the comment lines. So it varies. So uh, like I'm not telling the only about the Fibonacci series. It's also I'm not. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Uh, uh, if even the for the complex problems also, it will give like a complex studio. Copilot Studio will give suggestions different approaches will give, and how can you improve your coding techniques, and where you're lagging, this is not the way, uh, this is not the technique to resolve this problem. Like this, you can learn new coding techniques and explore different approaches to problem solving. So coming to the next slide, so here we can see real world use cases. So where the like a Copilot Studio in our real world is um, now using. So let's see, first is a startup. So startup accelerated development with the limited resources, allowing the rapid prototyping and iterations. So many startups are using the Copilot, which they can like accelerate their development, and with if you many startups have limited resources. So uh, the startup itself called a startup because it on the initial stages of the business. So in the initial development stage, which every startup in the beginning it has a lack of resources. So every startup don't have access resources. So with the limited resources, many startups want to survive. So like these startups, many startups use the Copilot Studio for prototyping their system, what the other businesses with the Copilot. So coming to the enterprise teams, maintain large code bases efficiencies, ensuring consistent code quality, reducing maintenance cost. So enterprise teams uses a Copilot also. So they use Copilot Studio for they majorly use it for reducing the maintenance cost. So for maintaining cost, if they appoint any other people, they have to pay like a very large amount compared to the Copilot Studio. So here the Copilot Studio is used for the reducing the maintenance cost, and they ensure that the code quality. So the Copilot also give the quality of code. So and also maintain the large code bases efficiently. So coming to the third one, it is an open source contributor. So the GitHub is also used in open source contributors. So collaborate across uh, different languages and frameworks, promoting the code consistency and efficiency. So coming to the slide 9. So how to maximize the potential of Copilot Studio. So here we can see like a first step is a pair with automated testing. So combine Copilot Studio with automated testing for enhancing code quality and error detection. Uh, so while using Copilot Studio, if you want to increase and maximize the potential, you just combine the Copilot Studio with the automated testing for increasing the code quality. Also, if you want to detect the errors, if you want to improve the readability and scalability of your code, you just pair with the automated testing. So here you can, by using this, you can just increase your uh, what we can say, the potential of Copilot Studio. So coming to the second one here, by customize AI suggestions, you can increase the potential of Copilot Studio. Tailor suggestions to align with the team coding standards and the project specific requirements. So, and coming to the last one, encourage feedback loops. So what is the encourage feedback loops is provide feedback on Copilot Studio suggestions to improve its accuracy and relevance over time. So as I said before, so if you getting any suggestions from the Copilot, if the suggestions are not matching your requirements or your expectations, you just tell to the Copilot, this is not what I am expecting, you can do like this, this is my requirement, so you give specific. So by giving the feedback to the Copilot Studio, after it giving the suggestions, it will be more helpful for the Copilot also, because it will understand what type of suggestions you need and what type of requirements you are having. So by analyzing it, it can give the accurate, no, if not accurate, it will give the it give the suggestions which matching will we will approximately match your expectations. So coming to the next one, what is the challenges and the considerations uh, in the Copilot Studio. So dependency on AI. So first one is dependencies on AI. Over reliance on AI generated code can lead to the lack of understanding and control over the code base. So uh, as we know that many of people are relying on the these type of AI generated bots, many of us. So here, over reliance on AI generated code can lead to the lack of understanding and the control over the code base. So lack of understanding, yeah, definitely we use the what we can say, uh, if you're using the uh, like a Copilot or any chat GPT, even if you use every day, for every work, you will lose your basic understanding. Lack of understanding, you will definitely lose it. So I suggest to use a Copilot or any other chat GPT, like any other. You just use for the complex or for the scenario where you are not able to rectify it, or you are not able to resolve it. So at that scenario, I will tell the Copilot and any other chatbots will be good for you. So second, coming to the second one is security and privacy. Copilot Studio requires access to code, raising concerns about the security and privacy of a proprietary code. So security and privacy, like Copilot Studio is required access to code. So it will raise concerns about the security and privacy. So if you give the any sensitive, while you communicating with the Copilot, you have to give in a specific manner. So if you're giving the sensitive information to the Copilot, it will raise some concerns about the security and privacy. So you have to keep in your mind. So giving any queries, or if you're giving any requirements, anything, while if you generally chatting with the Copilot, you have to keep your mind you don't give a sensitive data, so which violates the rules and regulations for the Copilot. So if you do, it will maybe raise any copyrights, or it may be it may be ban your account sometimes in the worst case. So keep your mind give the useful, I suggest you to use for the right purpose. So coming to the third one is a limits in a code logic. So Copilot Studio may struggle to understand complex code logic, potentially hindering the development of advanced features. So I will, as I said, if you had any confusion in your code, just give to the Copilot and it resolve it. So actually it resolve it, but it also has some extension. So if you're giving more complex code logic, even sometimes it confused about your code logic, if you're not giving the specific constraints, or if you're not giving the specific requirements in your code logic. So if you In that scenario, even the co-pilots also got confused about the requirements and the code logic. So at the time you will get even at the time you will face some uh, errors and bugs also. So while you giving to the Copilot or any other chat GPT, you have to mention the what is the code logic and what are the constraints and what are the requirements and what are the problems you are facing. So these are the mandatory to clear on these things. So if you're not clear on these things and you're giving anything some xyz queries, you will get like inappropriate or a generic answers which will not useful accurately to your uh, tasks. So coming to the next one, uh, what next for AI coding? So what next for AI coding is like cloud integration, or like a future AI coding assistants will likely integrate with the cloud services for seamless development and deployment and collaboration. So we can say what next for AI and coding. So here we are using already AI in our coding also. So as many of us we use Visual Studio any other IDEs. So we access the any black box and a copilot in the IDEs. So here how the AI is a user in our daily life coding performances. So in the cloud integration, future AI coding assistants will likely integrate with the cloud services. Even if many of the cloud services are using AI, so in the future also it will be seamless deployment and collaboration will happen. So coming to the second one is a continuous integration pipeline. AI will play a role in optimizing the CI/CD pipelines, automatic testing, and ensuring the code quality. So in nowadays, the code maintenance is a very crucial role. Uh, Maintaining code in a code quality while we doing our work. So where the AI is used, where the AI is usually uh, in this area. So wait a second. Uh, so automatic testing, as we discussed before. So you can, if you're not able to test the code, uh, eventually, so the AI is also used for the testing of code. So coming to the third one is advanced AI modules. So expect a further advancement in AI modules, loading to more accurate, contextualized, and sophisticated code suggestions. So we already discussed about this topic. If you require any suggestions about the what are the next step we gonna do in the coding, so the suggestion will be automatically given by Copilot if you ask with that with the specific constraints. So coming to the next one is the question. Before going to the question and answers, I would like to share my present my screen. Wait a second. Yeah. So as I told you that I am not able to. Okay. My screen is visible, ma'am.
Yeah, your screen is visible, but I don't think so. There are any questions that have come up. But
Okay.
yes, definitely people can drop in their questions in the comment sections and you because this is live on YouTube. So I think you can keep a check on that platform. And I think, are you done or there is something else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about something, ma'am.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you can,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to share your presentation or
Yeah,
okay?
no, no, ma'am. I
Okay.
want to discuss about this thing. So, as I told you before, if you want to access the Copilot Studio, you need a mail which is from your institution mail for education purpose, and one is for a working mail. So, as I don't have the both, I have collected this from my friend who had their working mail. So, I want to share like how we can create a copilot for our own purpose and for our own work. So here we can see my friend had created a WebExcel Copilot in Microsoft Studio. So let's see a basic like steps what we do. So here, if I click this thing, click this, we will navigate to this interface. So here we can see interface. We just click this try demo, right? So we have to click the try free. So if you click the try free, you will have to give your data here. So like you have to give your mail. So if I give my personal mail one second. Okay, if you give any mail, if you give your personal mail, it will reject because here we can like use your organization mail your working mail, right? So after entering your work mail or your institution mail, you will navigate to create your account. So let's see the next. So here we can see we while after we clicking the try demo, we navigate here. So click the email field. After clicking the email field, you have to type your email address, which is your organization email or your working email. So after entering your email, you have to click the next button. So after the click button, you directly sign into with your account. So after signing, how this is how it looks your uh, copilot. So after clicking after entering into this tab, here you can see like a new copilot. So we can just go to these new copilot, or we just go to the copilot and we there and from there we can create. So here we can see, so you can see here create icon, right? After clicking the create icon, you can see like a new copilot. So So here you can see create new copilot. After clicking the create new copilot, you just have to enter a name, like what name you want to give to your copilot. So after giving your name in the copilot, you can also change the icon of your copilot also. So here as I given uh, web excel copilot, after the clicking the change icon, it automatically change to the icon what you want. Like after presenting the icon, you just save the changes of what you have done. So after the saving the changes, you just need to add knowledge. You just need to click the add knowledge. The add knowledge like it used for what is the purpose of you using your copilot. Here you can use your uh, for what using, like we can give the knowledge. Okay, my copilot is using for this purpose. So here we can we can tell from these resources, the copilot is using these resources to answer your queries. So after clicking the add knowledge, we navigate to here. So here you have to click the add public website for a real time answers. So public websites, here the public websites are used so for your real time queries. So after clicking here add public websites, as I clicked the uh, travel and as I click the travel and tourism of Indian travel and tourism, here you can give any the way in everything, or sorry, uh, any public URL if you want to give. So after giving yeah, my friend has a WebExcel, so the WebExcel is used for this thing, and we just need to paste that URL and we just add. So after adding, we have to give a description, like we have to give a description what a copilot is used for. So after giving the description, you just need to add. So after adding, you just need to click edit language. So maybe this edit why you using edit language? Because we have to convert into English. So I think it's basically in an English default. So if it's not done, it's better you click the edit language and you choose English, English US. So after going we can see that scroll down, you have to choose and save the changes. After saving the changes, you need to click the create button. So if you click the create button, your Copilot Studio will be uh, like a pre-ready, like it ready to go. So after clicking create, click the here we can see the click the answer a question or describe the what you need. So here we can see that ask a question and describe what you need. So you just this is for a testing purpose. Before you hosting your Copilot, before you releasing your publishing your Copilot, you can test your Copilot here. So coming to the like a hello WebExcel. So hello, after giving the hello WebExcel, it gives some queries. It gives some content like about your WebExcel, because it is now a Copilot. So ask any questions if you want there. So after that, you can check your what is the the knowledge tabs, the topics, actions, and analytics channels. So uh, wait a second. Yeah. So in the knowledge, we can we already add knowledge. We already we saw that we added a public URL in a add a knowledge session. So here we can show your public websites in knowledge. Coming to the topics, in the topic you can, it's a basic. So like a goodbye, greetings, and or like a basic greetings you can see. So coming to the actions, if you need a specific actions you want to do, you can do changes here. So coming to the analytics, it will give the like a channel and what the your Copilot analytics, what are the reports. It will give reports about your Copilot, like what is this performance and and so on. So coming to the, so last, if you want to publish your Copilot, you just go and click the publish. So after clicking the publish, your Copilot is ready, and it will generate a URL. So after generating a URL, you can just paste it in your search bar and access, you can access the uh, URL. So here this is how we can create our Copilot Studio by using the Copilot Studio. So I think we are done with our session. Uh, Hello.
Okay, so are you done with the session?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we can end the stream. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, thank you.